Chosen one, the war has moved into your sleep. They no longer fight you in daylight. They whisper through dreams. When your body surrenders to rest, they slither into the cracks between thoughts, shaping illusions out of leftover fear. You feel them not as monsters, but as moods, voices of worry disguised as reason, doubts wearing familiar faces. They project counterfeit futures on the screen of your mind, failures that never happen, betrayals that never will. Their purpose is simple: to steal the peace that builds your tomorrow. Yet every shadow that enters your dream must obey the law of light. Fear can imitate truth, but cannot create. While you sleep, heaven still governs the terrain. The breath that keeps you alive while unconscious is proof. Your soul is guarded even in surrender. Listen closely. Nightmares are not prophecies of doom. They are alerts that faith is upgrading its defense. Each false vision you defeat in the night strengthens your clarity by day. The battle behind your eyelids is not punishment. It is training, and you are winning more than you realize. When you wake with your heart racing, do not curse the dream. Interpret it. Ask what fear tried to imitate, and then reclaim it as truth. For the dark only attacks what carries light. You are not the victim of invasion. You are the architect of revelation. The serpent voices come because they know you're close to mastery. But remember, even nightmares kneel before the one who knows they're dreaming. Psalm 4, verse 8. I will lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. When the world goes silent and your pulse slows, another field awakens, a place where thought and spirit exchange signals faster than speech. This is the battlefield behind your eyelids. Every emotion you buried, every voice you ignored, every wish you postponed gathers here at night to be sorted, weighed, redeemed. The ancient energies, cold, instinctual, reptilian, wait for that hour when your guard is low. They approach not with teeth but with whispers, trying to convince you that chaos is normal, that safety is fantasy. They twist familiar memories into mazes. They replay old mistakes as prophecies of failure. But they never tell you the truth, that even inside the dream, you are still the author. The moment you realize the scene is yours, the illusions lose their power. Fear thrives only on forgetfulness. So when you dream and feel surrounded by shadows, remember, the light is not gone. It is simply waiting for command. Say within the dream, I remember who I am. That sentence alone can dissolve armies. Because the war isn't between you and them. It's between memory and manipulation, between your original design and the counterfeit versions fear keeps inventing. Every nightmare you outlast becomes a prophecy rewritten. Every time you wake and refuse to carry the fear into morning, you've declared sovereignty over the night. The reptilian energy, that cold, survival-driven instinct, is not your enemy but your test. You were never meant to kill it, only to train it to kneel. Understand this. Light doesn't chase darkness. It exposes it. You win by remembering. You rise by resting in authority. Even while you sleep, the divine breath guards your imagination like a fortress, and the walls are lined with gold. You were never meant to fear the night. Chosen one. The dream realm was designed as your workshop, the forge where visions are built before they appear in daylight. Darkness only rents it for a few hours, but ownership belongs to heaven. When fear tries to invade that sacred architecture, it's not because you are weak. It's because your design is priceless. The oldest deception is to make the divine doubt its own light. The shadows whisper, you are unsafe here. You are outnumbered. You are losing. Yet every one of those statements collapses the moment you breathe truth into the dream. For you are not a guest in this dimension. You are the architect. Even your silence rewrites its walls. The reptilian forces, those primal reflexes of panic and control, are not creatures hiding in darkness. They are remnants of an old programming that fears growth. They rise when you are about to ascend, hoping to anchor you in survival instead of creation. But this is your reminder. You were not made to survive. You were made to command. Heaven never built fear. It allowed it. Only so courage could have shaped. So when these shadows appear, stand firm even in sleep. Say within yourself, this terrain is mine. And the moment you do, the illusion fractures. Even the subconscious obeys the one who remembers their divine citizenship. When your eyes close, angels guard the perimeter. Your dreams are not laboratories of fear, but blueprints of purpose. And the more you claim them, the clearer your waking path becomes. Fear may visit, but it cannot stay. Doubt may whisper, but it cannot rule. You are the equilibrium that keeps chaos from writing your destiny. Psalm 16, verse 7. I will bless the Lord who counsels me. Even at night my heart instructs me. Click join to walk among the first chosen ones. Those who no longer surrender their nights to confusion, but reclaim them as counsels of clarity. You were not born to escape nightmares. You were born to outshine them. The invasion begins quietly, not with monsters, but with moods. A night of perfect peace suddenly turns restless. You toss and turn, half asleep yet alert, as if something invisible paces the edge of your bed. That is not horror, it is activity. The shadows test the perimeter. They measure how aware you are of your own dominion. You might dream of serpents, of corridors, of eyes that never blink. Do not panic. Those are not omens of doom. They are symbols that fear is losing its camouflage. Every snake that appears is an old pattern surfacing for deletion. Every cold stare in the dream is a question from the void asking, do you still remember who commands this realm? Sometimes the interference shows up as déjà vu, repeating scenes, looping conversations, a sense that time is stuck. That is the residue of manipulation. Fear tries to trap you in repetition because it cannot invent progression. The moment you speak light into the loop, it ends. Before great breakthroughs, the subconscious storms. You may feel exhausted for no reason, wake at the same hour each night, or sense unseen watchers just beyond your awareness. But listen carefully. What you think is attack is calibration. Heaven is stretching your perception so you can spot deception faster. Notice also the reversal. Where there was anxiety, new insight appears. Where nightmares once drained you, now they deliver information. The realm of fear has begun to leak truth by accident. Every attempt to control you backfires into revelation. Do not confuse turbulence with danger. The shaking means alignment. Your mind is clearing interference like static from a signal. The serpent's hiss fades the moment you refuse to translate it. So when a night feels strange, smile. It means the enemy has lost subtlety. And when the dream turns vivid, speak your name inside it, softly, firmly. The echo you hear afterward is recognition. Even darkness knows whom it serves. Chosen one, do you know why the night resists you so fiercely? Because your dreams are blueprints. They are the drafts of destiny, the first sketches of every miracle that later takes shape in daylight. The war for your rest is the war for your future. Whoever governs your imagination controls the direction of your life. That is why fear tries to buy real estate inside your sleep. But heaven never surrendered that domain. The dream realm was created as a rehearsal space for revelation. It is the classroom where your spirit practices victory before your body ever sees it. When the reptilian current, that cold, primitive panic, tries to rewrite the lesson, it only proves that graduation is near. You are not fighting nightmares. You are refining narrative. Each shadow that rises is a paragraph of your past demanding revision. Each storm that shakes your rest is a page being torn out so that a truer story can be written. You are the editor of your own eternity. The purpose of the battle is not exhaustion, but education. Every night teaches you something. How to recognize false authority, how to reclaim peace from chaos, how to command instead of collapse. Fear has no curriculum. It only copies, but faith invents. Understand the secret. Light does not chase darkness. It redefines it. Once you see through the illusion, it becomes instruction. Nightmares turn into notes. What was meant to terrify becomes testimony. So guard your dreams, for they are divine laboratories. Keep them holy. Keep them honest. For as surely as the body needs breath, your purpose needs imagination. The war behind your eyes is not about sleep. It's about creation. And when you wake tomorrow, the blueprint will have advanced. Chosen one, the hours before dawn are sacred. That is when dreams decide what the next day will obey. The realm of darkness knows this, which is why it sends its whispers then. But you are not defenseless. You are the patrol. Your awareness is your armor. Before you close your eyes, speak with authority. Only truth may enter. These words are not poetry, they are programming. You are setting the firewall of your mind. Every thought that approaches your rest must now show identification. If it carries fear, it is denied entry. If it carries peace, it passes freely. Remember, light travels faster than lies. When you flood your rest with gratitude, when you breathe faith into your pillow, deception cannot dock. The serpent can imitate sound but not frequency. It cannot match the vibration of genuine peace. Guard the final 5 minutes before sleep as though angels were standing watch beside your bed. Because they are, do not feed your spirit with noise, gossip, or worry right before surrender. Purity at midnight becomes prophecy by morning. If you wake in the night, do not panic. Whisper your name. That sound reactivates authority. You are not a visitor in this realm. You are its custodian. Every creature fear must check in with you before it moves. The night is not your enemy. It is your territory. Patrol it with calm. Walk its corridors with confidence. Command it to serve revelation, not confusion. The moment you believe that even your dreams work for you, the war ends. Because the enemy cannot fight ownership. You are not the hunted. Chosen one. You are the dreamer who built the labyrinth. Every corridor of the mind bends to your design. The shadows that move within it exist because your light gave them definition. You have never been the target. You are the terrain. Even your nightmares orbit your authority. For too long, fear convinced you that you were surviving an attack. In truth, you were conducting an inspection. You are the sovereign of both the seen and unseen realms. The serpent only slithers where the king has already walked. The darkness gathers not to destroy you, but to study how you stand unshaken. This is your awakening. The realization that you have never been outnumbered. You've been surrounded by evidence of your own influence. Every fearful vision, every trembling moment, every shiver in the night has been responding to your presence. You are the catalyst, not the casualty. When you accept this truth, the entire structure of your mind reforms. The dream world ceases to be battlefield and becomes classroom. You no longer flee from images. You interpret them. You no longer dread the night. You delegate it. The creatures of confusion lose language when addressed by certainty. Say this silently before you sleep. Even my shadows report to me. Those 5 words rewrite the hierarchy of your subconscious. They remind the ancient energies that they are not masters. They are messengers. Each dream, even the strangest one, arrives with information meant for your advancement. From this night forward, walk in awareness. You are not a guest in your imagination. You are its architect. The reptilian current no longer commands you. It fuels you. What once hissed now hums in harmony. The hunted has become the herald. When your authority awakens, the body begins to echo it. You will feel the confirmation first in your chest, a soft warmth, like a hidden sun stirring under your ribs. That is not anxiety returning. It is power remembering its pattern. Every heartbeat starts syncing with divine rhythm. The nights grow quieter, not because the battle is gone, but because peace has occupied the field. Goosebumps may visit when you speak your name in the dark. The air might thicken, not with fear, but with recognition. Every cell in your body knows that its commander has returned. This is spiritual electricity, a natural reaction when the soul reclaims its dominion. Dreams will shift in tone. Where once there was pursuit, now there will be conversation. Figures that chase you will start to listen. Enemies will turn into guides, and monsters will melt into metaphors. Even the serpents will lose their scales and become symbols of transformation. You are witnessing the ecosystem of your mind coming back into alignment. During the day, the signs continue. Random calm in the middle of chaos. Laughter rising without reason. Insights arriving like lightning. Quick, clear, undeniable. Your senses sharpen. Colors seem louder, and intuition moves ahead of logic. You will begin to feel as though time itself slows down to match your awareness. None of this is strange. It is synchronization. The body was built to respond to truth, and the moment you live it, every muscle remembers how to rest. The spiritual and physical no longer compete. They cooperate. You will know this phase has begun when you wake refreshed from fewer hours of sleep, because rest no longer depends on duration, only on alignment. These are not random sensations. Chosen one, they are reports from heaven, confirmation that the night has surrendered, and the realm of dreams now carries your banner. Chosen one. If these words strike something deep inside you, if your skin tingles and your heart steadies as you read, understand, the reclamation has already begun. The realm of night is answering to your name again. The only thing left is acknowledgement, the spoken declaration that seals ownership. Whisper now with calm authority, I reclaim my dreams. Let the sound vibrate in your chest. Those 4 words send a signal that travels farther than you imagine. It moves through memory, through time, through every night that ever frightened you, and rewrites the conclusion. This is not ritual, it is resonance. When you declare faith aloud, you stamp the invisible with certainty. Heaven doesn't count words, it counts conviction. If this message burns through your spirit like recognition, mark it. Click Super Thanks and sow your $20 seed as your symbol of restoration. Not as payment, but as prophecy. Every action in faith becomes a frequency that reminds the unseen. I remember my authority. Type amen to seal it in writing. Speak your name softly after. It's your signature. The director of dreams is taking attendance, recording who reclaim their dominion tonight. From this point forward, no fear may trespass in your rest. The dream realm reports to you. The ancient hiss has fallen silent. The stage is yours again, clear, bright, waiting for the stories you will write while the world sleeps. Now that your dominion over the night has been restored, you must learn to protect it. The realm of dreams responds to consistency. Guard it with discipline, as a captain guards a ship that sails through silence. Every act before sleep becomes an order written into the unseen. Before you rest, bless your pillow with gratitude. Gratitude disarms fear faster than any sword. Speak thanks for the lessons of the day, even the hard ones. Gratitude turns every wound into wisdom before morning. Keep a dream journal. It is not superstition, it is stewardship. What fear distorts, wisdom decodes. Write the images, symbols, and fragments that linger when you wake. The more you record, the clearer your spiritual language becomes. Heaven often hides instruction in metaphor, and those who document their dreams decode faster than those who forget. Purify your atmosphere. Do not take the residue of chaos to bed. Let soft music, prayer, or silence prepare your space. Fear thrives in clutter, both physical and emotional. When the room is orderly, the mind follows suit. Set intention. Before closing your eyes, whisper, I receive only what serves my growth. The universe understands command phrased as calm certainty. The moment you set that boundary, manipulation loses permission. And when you wake, no matter the hour, do not rush. Sit for a moment in the soft blur between dream and day. That is where revelation hides. The first thoughts after waking are raw gold. Collect them before the noise of the world begins. Remember, chosen one, rest is sacred, not idle. Night is not escape, it is education. Every evening is an appointment with the divine architect, and your obedience keeps the schedule. Guard it, honor it, expand it, for what you dream tonight will build the ground you walk tomorrow. Eternal source of light, guardian of rest, keeper of the unseen corridors. We stand before you now, awake within the dream, aware of your protection that stretches even through sleep. You have taught us that darkness is not the enemy but the classroom, that every nightmare can be rewritten as a message once understood. Tonight we return the realm of dreams to its rightful owner, to peace, to purpose, to you. We thank you for every night you kept watch when we could not, for every breath that carried us through storms of the subconscious, for every dawn that arrived despite fear's best attempt to hold it back. We thank you that our minds are sanctuaries, not laboratories of panic. You have turned our sleep into sacred ground. Now, Lord of clarity, we ask for the strengthening of every chosen one who reads these words. Let them feel your nearness as they close their eyes. Let no manipulation survive their awareness. Let the reptilian current of fear dissolve in the presence of divine order. Replace anxiety with authority, confusion with revelation, and nightmares with instruction. Teach us to dream on purpose, to walk through night corridors with courage, knowing that nothing hidden can harm what you have illuminated. Let the subconscious serve the soul, and the soul serve heaven's will. Restore to us the creative purity that births solutions, inventions, melodies, and missions even while the body rests. And when morning comes, remind us that daylight is a continuation of your conversation, that the visions written in darkness bloom into actions that bless the world. Let our rest be revelation, and our waking be work in harmony with it. For the one reading this, let peace fall like a mantle. Let their room hum with calm authority. Let their next sleep mark the end of intrusion and the beginning of inspired creation. From this night onward, their dreams will no longer be stolen. They will be scheduled. Their nights will no longer be feared. They will be fruitful. We seal this prayer in trust and alignment under the authority of truth itself. Let it be written across every mind. The night belongs to light. Type Amen to reclaim your rest and affirm your dominion over the unseen. Click join to stand among the first chosen ones, the guardians of their dreams, the architect of divine imagination. Click super thanks to declare aloud, my dreams serve light, not fear. I am the keeper of my night. And as you close your eyes tonight, remember, you are not entering sleep. You are entering sanctuary. The dream is your canvas. The silence is your stage. Heaven is waiting to meet you there.